Hello everyone and welcome to this Let's Play of Prince of Persia. Let's just jump right in. In the Sultan's absence, the Grand Vizier, Jafar, rules with the iron fist of tyranny. Only one obstacle remains between Jafar and the throne, the Sultan's beautiful young daughter. Marry Jafar, or die within the hour. All the princess's hopes now rest on the brave youth she loves. Little does she know that he is already a prisoner in Jafar's dungeons. Awesome, so here we are in Jafar's dungeons. We can just move our prince around as usual. I'm not gonna elaborate on the fine points of playing the game. We're just gonna play the game. You know, that's like it's like yeah, I'm just kind of freaked out today. I mean, I'm just thinking, like, what is this? I mean, I believe that in communication, right, what we might call communication, right, you need two things, right? You need structure and you need coherence, okay? So, when you write a book, you know, I was writing a book today. I do that on Fridays. When you write a book, you know, you just, I mean, the structure is in the progress of the story, right? The story must progress, right? You should not beat around the bush. You know, you should tell the story, right? There's this implicit agreement in the concept of telling, right? If you proceed with the story, and if you don't beat around the bush, if you don't start elaborating at length, or I don't know, just blathering randomly, right? So that's the structure. That's also the coherence. So a story has, the structure is the narrative, right? And the coherence is the progress of the story, progressing of the story. So that's really interesting. Right? So today also you got the podcast, right? That's a thing, right? You got the podcast, and well, a podcast is, structured in the sense that you, I mean, it's structured in the sense that you, well, what is it? Well, that you kind of get together, right? That's the podcast, right? You get together, right? And you just give a kind of update on your thoughts, right? It's just a kind of newsletter, really, right? It's a podcast. It's like you run into an old friend and he just starts talking, right? That's podcast. So the structure is that it is that it is a talk, right? The coherence is that you is that you talk to someone, right? So it is a it is a kind of it is a kind of photograph of your thoughts, right? So that's the coherence, really. It is the imaging, imagination of a subject, right, in the form of a conversation, right? Very very tedious in some ways, right? Just like watching television is very tedious, right? I mean, they have this saying, right? Get yourself off the couch, right? And I really think, I think that, television is actually a means to get off the couch, paradoxically enough, right? I mean, the very definition of being on the couch is that you watch television all day, right? But, I cannot do that. I cannot watch television all day. I just sit down, watch television, right? And then I slowly get in the mood for doing other things, I get energized in a way. television doesn't always work, right? Sometimes it saps your energy because it is just so tedious, right? And it's the same thing with a podcast, right? It can be extremely tedious to just listen to someone, just talking, right? I mean, I really think that speech can be death, right? At times, just sometimes people just talk, and it's it's just it seems like they don't know anything better to do, right? Than talk, you know. So that is what this is, right? A let's play. It's like we know something better to do than just talk, you know. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah. I mean, yeah, there are let's plays, that are without commentary, Uh, yeah. Yeah, I often fantasize, about just walking up to someone and striking up a conversation, right? I never do this, almost never, right? If I don't know the person, I don't think I don't think I ever really successfully done this, right? Just striking up a conversation with a complete stranger, and I suppose this is what cafes are for, right? But yeah, cafes are about, cafes are also called watering holes, right? It's like you you gotta buy a drink. You go to a cafe. Yeah, they say there's no such thing as a free lunch, right? There's no such thing as a free lunch. There's no such thing as a free lunch. In the same way, there's no such thing as a free conversation, a frank conversation. mean, yeah, there's something magical about Let's Plays, right? It's like, it's not just about the conversation, right? It's also about the game. Yeah, my dad always said, like, you gotta do something. You gotta do something. The thing about, skillful activity is that, it doesn't just happen, okay? Sometimes you will have the knowledge, to come up with, an initiative. But many times, the only way to really work is to do work for someone else, right? Who has a plan. Someone, yeah. To participate in someone's plan, Yeah. To participate in someone's plan. I mean, I have, I've thought about it endlessly, what to do, what to do. And in many ways, if you want to have a conversation, if that's all you care about, the real thing is, like, why don't you read a book? I mean, that may seem weird, right? I mean, it's like, you can just be silent, right? Yeah, they say that loneliness is the new pandemic or something, Like in Japan, people are morbidly lonely, Yeah, I'm pretty, I am pretty, what's the word? Yeah, I'm pretty, introverted, literally, I don't have, friends, right? I mean, I've joined the chess club a few months ago, and I had a real conversation the other day there. It was, we had this kind of party-esque setting because it's summer, right, and they don't have the competition, right, so they have a special competition for the summer, okay? Yeah. Special competition for the summer. I mean, I have a blog also, right? I have a blog. And that, for me, is really pure communication, right? I mean, if people were to read my blog and respond to my blog, right, that would be pure communication. So, I mean, you know, my blog, I mean, I have a Twitter account as well, and I have a diary, right? But if people were to read my diary, it would not be pure communication, because in my diary, I just write anything that I can write, I will write in my diary, right? If I feel like it, right? So it's not really communication, right? And my Twitter account, right? My Twitter account is just, my Twitter account is more like a statement, right? I just want people to see it and think like, oh my God, I had no idea the world was like that, something like that. You know, I mean, my Twitter account, you know, is just to give people an insight into my mind, right? It's like if people are interested in me or in my thoughts, right, then they can look at my Twitter account and they'll get a feed of me, you know. I just think that's kind of nice, you know, just to that is socializing, right? Socializing in every sense of the word, right? I mean, I just want people to think about things, you know. Yeah, I mean, my Twitter doesn't really have an idea behind it, right? It's just it's just an exercise in writing, you know. Trying to trying to give some direction to time, right? I don't know, there's not really an idea on my Twitter account, right? But my blog does have kind of an idea. Right? I really want to capture the essence of I want to get people excited, you know, over factual things, right? Yeah, it is just, I want to give people a steady, I want to give people a reliable source of information, right? That's my blog, right? And it's not information like the newspaper, right? It's not journalistic, it's not historical. It is just, yeah. It's just me, right? It's just me, right? And that's, yeah. I mean, if people like to read words by an individual, so yeah, my blog is almost like an essay. Right? I used to refer to it as an essay. Today I've kind of narrowed down the definition a little bit more. I think blog is a better word for it. Right? I mean, yeah, it is keeping track, right? Keeping track of the world, in many ways. And if people like to read, I want them to have a reliable track record of where we are going and what it's all about. That's my blog. So, yeah, I think that's pure communication, right? Because it really is about knowledge, right? Knowledge and art, right? Knowledge as an art, right? It's like, I really think that, art, rhetoric, right? Oratory, right? That is really, oh no, he's still alive. And I'm dead. You gotta be careful not to knock him off the edge there, because he'll just keep standing. There he is. I've given it a lot of thought, like what is the point of playing video games, What is the point of playing something like chess, right? But chess is, at the very least, a logical game, in a sense, pure logical, abstract game, right? You can play chess in an infinite amount of ways, and it is all it is all analyzable, right? It's all understandable, right? It's all practical, you know. You can look at it and you know, devise general laws from this, how to conduct yourself. You know, and even though I do think that chess is a waste of time as well, you know, but you know, games are not necessarily a total waste of time. I mean, I play games, you know. I've recently found that it is good to play games when you're, you know, when you're studying or something, and you know, you've got a lot in your mind, and then you know, it's like you're stuck at home, and you know, there's no point in just wandering around aimlessly, and then it's nice to have a game. You know, you can just just kind of meditate on things as you just kind of let things what's that word, let things percolate, right, as you play the game, right? So that's you know, that's the great thing about games, right? It's just a very dependable kind of dependable calm activity, you know, meditative activity you can do, right, to let things percolate. I just think that's a very good way to look at games. You know, you don't need to just sit and, you know, I mean, this way you need a garden or plants or whatever, you know, so that you can look after the plants, right? That's what games are too, right? It's just, it's just like a supplement for, for meditation or whatever. I mean, you could just, I suppose you could just do pottery or something like that. But games are just a little bit more meditative, right? Because it's a little bit more distracting, you know, a little bit more hands-on, busy, occupational. They're just a little bit more occupational, right, than pottery, right? I mean, pottery is really also a creative exercise, so you have to think, right? Games are not creative. Games are just, just occupational, right? I guess. point to gaming, but I don't really understand the idea of let's playing, right? It's like, why would I want to watch someone else play a game? But yeah, frankly, I do think that let's playing is really about dealing with life's it's like it's a way to cope with life's foreboding. Life's shit. We needed that one. I'm going to commit suicide here because we need that roof because there is potion at the other end. I mean, I think it's a way to cope with life's insanity, right? Life's 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 wretchedness, right? Misery, right? Wretchedness is a better word, right? Life's wretchedness. Right? No, I would not say wretchedness. I would say it's a way to cope with life's twistedness, you know. Can't think of a better word. Life's twistedness, you know. Oh man. One more life, we can do it, we can do it, we can do it. That's a way to cope with life's insanity, life's illness. Right? The illness of life. let's play, yeah. Yeah, I work for the Mail, right? And the slogan, the recruitment slogan of the company is "Stay yourself, become a delivery man," right? Become a mailman, and yeah, that's really the point. Also, it's really the point. If there has to be a point, right, to Let's Play, right? So it's a way to stay yourself, right? Right. It's like on Twitter, I have to be mysterious, right? In a blog, I have to be entertaining, to be affable, right? In a novel, I have to lie, right? I have to tell stories. Right? In science, right? In science, right? I don't know what I have to be, right? In science, I just have to be a weird oracle, right? In a podcast, right? In a podcast, I have to be a nihilist or something. I have to be, I have to be interesting or whatever, right? But in a Let's Play, I can just be myself, right? I can just be myself in a Let's Play, right? Of course, I'm not communicating because I'm playing this silly game. Oh my god, this is the worst boss battle in the game. I really don't know how to beat Jafar. I just do the same thing every time, and sometimes I win, and sometimes I lose. Right? As you see, you can block Jafar's attacks, One day I'll figure it out how to beat him. Let's Plays are just a way to be yourself, right? In many ways, Let's Playing is my least favorite activity, as I say, on Friday I write my opera, right? We did it on Friday. I write my opera, right? But I was just overcome by this feeling of pointlessness, right? I had no idea what the story was supposed to be about. And even if you do figure out a story, to make it into an opera, you have to compose music for every little thing, and you have to compose songs. I'm not good at anything, and it's just kind of depressing. Right? So I thought I might as well make another Let's Play, right? And, you know, the very thought is appalling to me, right? You know, just, the tyrant Jafar lies dead, his power shattered. Throughout the land, the people of Persia hailed their princess and the brave youth who saved her from the forest of darkness. No longer a stranger, he shall from this day forth be known as Prince of Persia. Okay, so we did it. Yeah, I mean, okay, the very idea of a Let's Play is appalling to me, right? You know, I mean, I'm not in the mood to play video games, right? I'm not in the mood to talk, you know, and then I just have to sit through this entire game again, right? And, yeah, I don't know, I just, you're thinking like, yeah, why do I do this, right? What's the